and I stand with the masses. I stand with the people. I speak what people want. The problem is now our president don't want people who disagree with his will. If you go against him about his mind, then you are the target. You want those people who say to go right and you turn right, go left and you turn left. That is the problem. That's why I'm a target. All this case it's nothing to do with the criminality. It's only about politics.
Mashoko akataurwa naNyokayemabhunu mushure mekunge dare reRandburg Magistrate Court ratura mutongo wekuti Nyokayemabhunu anofanirwa kudzoserwa kunyika yeZimbabwe kuti andosangana nemhosva dzaari kupomerwa kuZimbabwe. Asi mashoko aripo mukutaura kwake anotaura kuti zvese zviri kutaurika ndezvenhema, asi inyaya yekuti iye ari kupikisana nebill number 3 nekuextendwa kwetemu yemutungamiriri wenyika vaEmmerson Mnangagwa. Regai tinzwe interview yaakaitwa neNewsroom Africa yachitaura kusungwa kwake pamwe chete nemutongo wakaturwa nedare reRandburg Magistrate Court.
A South African court has delivered its judgment in the extradition case of Zimbabwean political activist Wellington Masiwa, also known as Comrade Nyokayemabhunu. The case raises important questions about extradition law, political asylum, and the protection of activists in South Africa. Masiwa has been a prominent and outspoken critic of efforts to extend President Emmerson Mnangagwa's term beyond constitutional limits, gaining attention through his activism and online broadcasts. However, Zimbabwean authorities maintain that the extradition request relates to fraud charges and not politics. In an exclusive interview with Channel Africa producer Tracy Boomgard, conducted in holding cells as he awaited his return to prison, Wellington spoke about his journey and arrest in South Africa.
I am a politician from Zimbabwe. I've been in politics for a long time ago, but I came here in South Africa 2017 after military coup, and I was staying here with my family. But last year, but one is when we pick up that President Emmerson Mnangagwa is want to change the constitution to go to 2030. So it's when we started to raise our voice against that decision, as we know that our constitution allows the president to just serve 2 terms in the office. So he started to arrest all the people who were rejecting that cause he was driving. You see, so that's the reason why I was become a target from that time until they were following me. I survived the 2 assassinations when I was in Port Elizabeth. Even now, one of my car have some gunshots. So that is my journey. I am a politician, and I stand with the masses. I stand with the people. I speak what people want. The problem is now our president don't want people who disagree with his will. If you go against him about his mind, then you are the target. You want those people who say to go right and you turn right, go left and you turn left. That is the problem. That's why I'm a target. All this case it's nothing to do with the criminality. It's only about politics. That is what happened.
Tell us more about the circumstances that led to your arrest in April 2025. And also, how has this legal process affected you personally and politically?
Yeah, it's like how I was arrested with these people when I spoke against this situation of Cap 3 and going to 2030 is how I become target, and they send the the CIO intelligence and the assassin trying to kill me as they did to Saruwaka and also other politicians. So then when I was here in South Africa in April is when they used a deceased lead that they used it to call me and said, come, we want to have a meeting, and I came, and before we start the meeting, they arrested me. They started to give me false accusations, said, yeah, you do this, yeah, do this. I know nothing about everything that is going. And now it's putting my life, my family in risk, putting even my life, my children are struggling outside.
There were quite a few concerns ahead of the judgment today. There was a fear that what could happen if the court ruled in favor of your extradition, and that's now exactly what has happened. What is your fear now that you're going to be extradited to Zimbabwe?
I am a politician. When I joined the politics, I know that sometimes you can die. You're going to die because the Sarwaka died and also Comrade Geza died. I'm ready for everything. If they're going to kill me, they can kill me. But I'm fear for my life as I know that I'm dealing with the people who are very cruel. Because now I received the judgment. They are saying I have to go to Zimbabwe. But if I can go to Zimbabwe, let it be. But that is my fear. Because I know what is going to happen when I arrive there. I am the target. So they want to take me to Zimbabwe. So what is going to happen when I arrive there? It's not good. Maybe you're going to hear one of the days that I know Comrade Nyokayemabhunu is dead. I'm going to be killed with these people. Since they achieved their goal to take me from South Africa, definitely they're going to kill me.
Did the court say when you had to be extradited? What is the next steps now?
Now they said they're going to give me 15 days. Whether I'm going to appeal or maybe I'm not going to appeal. If I'm not going to appeal, then after 15 days, maybe they're going to start the process to take me to Zimbabwe. My team is saying they're going to appeal the matter to go to High Court. Despite the evidence that I was produced before the court, whereby the Secretary for Information Publicity, who is Chris Mchangwa, was attacking me publicly. They sat down with Nyokayemabhunu. Even the former State Security Minister, Owen Muda, he attacked me and he was targeting me, want to kill me. But all the evidence was produced before the court. But still, I understand that maybe something is wrong because the money was being coming from Zimbabwe side to come here, busy bribing people so that me are going to put me in trouble. Take me back.
What message do you think this case sends to other political activists that are seeking refuge here in South Africa?
The problem is South Africa and Zimbabwe it's look like it's dancing in the same tune. It's dancing in the same tune whereby even the courts, I begin to notice that it's being controlled even over the phone. And it's very risky because we are fighting for the people. We are not fighting for the personal benefit. We are not fighting for the personal interest. We are fighting for our country. We want our economy to grow. We want transparency. That is what we are fighting for. We want democracy. We want rule of law. That is what we are fighting for. We are not fighting for personal interest. But I feel like in South Africa, they can't protect the politicians when they are in trouble, especially for situations like this. Because despite the evidence, all evidence that was produced before the court, they are still remain saying, go back. So I'm beginning to trust the words that was spoken with Christopher Mchanga, when he said South Africa and Zimbabwe or ZANU-PF and ANC are sister party. Therefore, if you want anything, so they are using courts to silence the voice of mass in Zimbabwe.
Wellington, what I want to find out from you is that now President has signed CAB 3 into law.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that can be done to change that?
Yeah, the bill is being signed, but the bill it's a paper which is just written. It's just a paper which is written. So if that people is not in support of the people, if that paper is not in support of the people, it's meaningless. It's just a paper. We take it as just a paper. It's just a paper. Because the mass of Zimbabwe is not in support of that type, of that paper, of that case 3.
How important is this judgment against you for the broader issue of human rights and political freedom in the region?
There is no political freedom. Never. Because if there was political freedom, they were supposed to look closely and look what is happening. Because I am a non-up person, I'm a non-war person. Not in only in Zimbabwe, even in other countries. And my core is to fight for the people. So freedom, there is no freedom. There is no democracy. I feel like, I don't know, SADC, when they had some meetings, I don't know what they speak about. When there is no democracy, when there is no rule of law. Now you run to South Africa, we just say, no, let me just go there, so maybe I'm going to be protected. But they cannot protect me. So I come to a line whether I'm going to die, let it be, but I'm standing with my word. I'm going to protect my voice and the voice of the people.
Wellington, before I let you go, because I know that you're going to have to submit this phone back before you go back into prison, but what is your message that you want to send to the people in the region?
The people in the region, I just want to say to them, especially in Zimbabwe where you have a very, very big problem, I just want to say people must remain strong. People must remain strong. People must demand accountability. People must demand freedom. People must demand the rule of law. Because especially in our country, they went to war just fighting for one man, one vote. So we cannot change it now. Money is not going to buy people the will of the people. Money is not going to change the will of the people. People must be free. People must be free. Because when I say this hospital, there's no medication, is it offense? When I say the government workers must be paid, is it an offense? When I say these ministers are looting, is it an offense? When I say the Gananda are looting our diamonds, is it offense? So that is my message. I'm saying people must stand in what they believe in. And I'm saying also people must unite. Our core is not for power, but our core is for accountability. Our core is to make sure that the people are living in harmony, in peace. But people are struggling. As you see now, we have a fight. People are running to South Africa looking for green pastures. Because why? Because in Zimbabwe things is not right. We are fighting for what is right. We are fighting to see Zimbabwe becoming a bread basket again. People must stand without fear. I want to make it clear. I want to make it clear that paper where the president signed in the name of Cave 3 is just a paper because there is no people behind that paper. Thank you.